Hey VC, it's me Roger back with another video. Just got back last night from a week in Colorado, visiting Liz's family, which was nice, although it was probably the last time we'll see her dad alive. He's not doing great and suffers from dementia, so he really didn't know what was going on, although there were flickers. It was really nice. And like last year, I got to do a little record digging. Went to 5 record stores in the Denver, Boulder area. Got to meet up with Zeek The Vinyl Geek. We had dinner, did a little digging, and then went on this amazing walk down to the canal and along the water. Yeah, that was fun. Hey Zach, if you're watching, that was really fun. So yeah, 5 record stores, and I don't know if you remember last year when I went, and some of you already know, like Zach, Colorado is the land of amazing records. I mean, I set some limits on myself. I said, you know, no common records, and no new vinyl, and anything I could get elsewhere, I wasn't going to pick up, no matter how desirable it was. So even with that, I got a huge stack of records, so I apologize in advance. This is probably going to be a long video. Cheers. Part of my vinyl diet was to save up for this trip because I knew it was going to be great. So, first place I went to in Boulder, called Barts Record Shack, I think it's called. And since it was the first place, I really had to kind of control myself. But when I saw this, I had to grab it. Jade Warriors, self-titled, from 1971 on Vertigo. Yes, it's a Vertigo swirl. Yeah, baby. I love that Last Autumn's Dream, I think it's called. Really beautiful record. These guys, you know, came out of that psychedelic band July. Really looking forward to spinning this. Really psyched to find another Jade Warrior record. Still in the shrink wrap, here's John Fahey and his orchestra, After the Ball, from 1973 on Reprise. This is one of 2 records he made on Reprise. I have the other one. I've been looking for a copy of this that wasn't stupid expensive, and still in the shrink wrap. I think it's like $8. Deal. Really nice. The Pentangle Solomon Seal on Reprise from 1972. In really nice shape. There's a little split going on at the top here, but yeah, I'm really psyched to check this out. Ben Costello, thought of you often while I was out there, and thought of you when I saw this, picked it up. They had the new reissue of this and an original in mint condition right next to each other, so I grabbed the original of Morton Subotnick's The Wild Bull on None Such. Not sure when this is from, 70s. This is a VC fave. I'd seen it around, posted around, but hadn't happened upon it. And yeah, this is going to be great. Composition for electronic music synthesizer. Yeah. Very cool. Now, I know I said I wasn't going to get common records, and ECM can be kind of common, but I've been looking for this one and hadn't found it, so for like $4 I grabbed Colin Walcott's Cloud Dance, John Abercrombie, Dave Holland, Jack DeJohnette. I mean, great stuff. It's from 1976. So that's all I got at Barts. I left quite a bit behind because I knew there were bigger and better places ahead. So I went to this other place in Boulder that Zach had recommended, and I went last year. A place called Absolute Vinyl. Really cool store. A little on the pricey side, but they clean all their vinyl, they grade their vinyl, and they have really, really good vinyl. And again, I had to leave a couple things behind because the 2 things I really wanted, you know, they weren't cheap. So here we have Tim Buckley Star Sailor. Let's check out this. Yeah, Absolute Vinyl. Had fun talking to the guy. They really know their stuff there. Yeah, Tim Buckley Star Sailor from 1970. And this is an original on the Pink Straight label. Really beautiful condition. Again, Ben, I've just been getting into this stuff. Tim Buckley, wow, so great. Really looking forward to spinning that. And he also had a beautiful copy of Blue Afternoon. Gatefold. Again, this is on original Pink Straight label. How could I pass it up, right? I couldn't. But it meant passing up some other things that were really cool. You know, they had like $100 records on the wall and stuff like that. So, yeah, Absolute Vinyl, highly recommended for the connoisseur. All right, cheers. Just water. I learned the value of water hiking around Rocky Mountain National Park with my wife. Spent a couple of days up in the mountains. It was awesome. Okay. Next, I went to a place in Arvada, which is kind of a suburb of Denver, called Black and Red. Black and Red, like a book. You read a book. Big place. Lots of really interesting books. I didn't even check out the books, but big, lots and lots of vinyl. And really fun guys work there. They're funny. This is the place where they keep records, some records behind the counter, and last year they had that Robin Kenyatta record, but then they couldn't find it. That kind of sucked. Anyway, great store, really great store. Picked up a bunch of stuff there, including something you really don't see around at all is Karl-Heinz Stockhausen. This is Hemden on German Deutsche Grammophon. 2 LPs, a gatefold. What is this from? Does it say? 70 sometime. Lamination's starting to peel a little bit here, but I'll get it in a sleeve. Yeah, Stockhausen electronic music. Score there. Another record I've been looking for. A promo copy of Chico Freeman's Spirit Sensitive on Indian Navigation. And look at that lineup. Cecil McBee on bass, Billy Hart on drums, John Hicks on piano, Famudu Don Moy on drums. Yeah, a couple other Chico Freeman records. It's so great. I really love that kind of inside-outside modern jazz from this period. Great. Here's a BC fave. Larry Coryell's first record, Coryell, on Vanguard Apostolic. It's a cool label. So this is an original. Cover's a little beat, but the vinyl looks pretty mint. Yeah, Larry Coryell. It's gonna be a monster. A record I used to own back when I was a kid and stupidly sold it and have been looking for a copy for a while. Saw it there and grabbed it. Billy Hart's Enchants on Horizon from 1977. You know, you'd think that this would be a pretty common record, but anyway, I've been looking for it. Another great band. Eddie Henderson, Oliver Lake, James Lott, Hannibal Peterson, Don Pollin, Dewey Redman, Buster Williams. Great cover too. I love that cover. Here's one I've been looking for, and in fact, I saw a copy at Absolute Vinyl, but it was a little beat. The cover was water damaged, and there's some ticking on the second side. Let me listen to a little bit of it, and I was like, nah, passed on it. Sure enough, I found a copy at Black and Red, much nicer condition. This is Where Fortune Smiles, another BC fave here. This is with John Sermon and John McLaughlin and Carl Berger. Dave Holland, Stu Martin. This is original on the Dawn label. It's a great cover. I saw some reissues while I was out there, so I was really pretty psyched to find this original on the Dawn label, UK label. Great stuff. Yeah. Very excited about that. Here's Leroy Jenkins, Space Mines, New World, Survival of America. On Tomato from 1979. I love Leroy Jenkins, violin player. Side A says Play Loud. Leroy Jenkins on violin, Andrew Surreal percussion, Anthony Davis piano, electric piano, George Lewis trombone, electronics, Richard Teitelbaum modular Moog and micro Moog systems. That's going to be killer. And then side B plays Soft, which is just a quartet with Andrew Surreal, Anthony Davis, and George Lewis, and Leroy Jenkins. This is going to be great. This is an upgrade copy, a massive upgrade copy of a great McCoy Tyner record, Atlantis. Live double album on Milestone from 1975. Yeah, this is in beautiful condition. Killer, really heavy stuff. That cover, awesome. This was cheap, but I listened to another Danny Hines record right before we left, Aqua Touch, I think it's called. And I saw this there and thought, yeah, great. Every Island. This is on Silver Wave Records from 1988. Paul McCandless plays soprano sax and oboe on it. The other record's kind of in that sort of Pat Metheny vein. Really nice, tasteful stuff. So this is going to be nice. Nice record. Another Pentangle record, Cruel Sister, on Reprise from 1970. Wow. Two from 1970, or am I getting something wrong here? Or did the US versions all come out at the same time? Who knows? Beautiful copy of this. Looking forward to it. Yeah, Black and Red, that was... And again, I left a lot of stuff behind, but I had to carry all this stuff back on the plane, so... Alright. The next day, I had a little time. That's when I met Zach for dinner. So in the afternoon, I had headed down into Denver and went to a couple stores. The first one, Twist and Shout. It's kind of on Main Drag, on the east side of Denver. Really great store, big, lots of CDs, but lots and lots of vinyl, new vinyl, old vinyl. Yeah, really great store. And what do you know? I found some great stuff. Here's another Tim Buckley record, Greetings from L.A. On Warner Brothers. It's in fact it's a late tan pressing, tan label. I don't care. You don't see Tim Buckley records around, so I scooped this up. And my first Bert Jansch record, guy from Pentangle. Oh, you'll notice this is still in shrink, as is this. So this is Bert Jansch, Heartbreak. US pressing on Hannibal from 1981. They had a new reissue sitting right next to it. I'm like, I'll take the original, thank you. Yeah. Really looking forward to it. Another Pentangle related thing. Pharaoh Annie by John Renbourn. It's a great cover. This is US pressing on Reprise from 1972. Ben, I just love this stuff. Yeah, great. Kind of whipping through these. I haven't listened to any of them, so I can't really talk about them. But here's another VC fave, gets posted here and there, and I've been looking for it forever. Here's Gong's Gazoos on, it's like a New Zealand pressing, looks like. Not really sure. Virgin. Anyway, it's Pierre Morland's version of Gong. I think Alan Holdsworth plays in this. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be cool. Really psyched to find this. Jason Lind, Ramadan. On, what is it, like Metronome, CTI? Yeah. Great Swedish flute player. And it looks like Bobo Stenson's on it. Don't recognize a lot of these names. I have one other Jason Lind record, Couscous, which I like a lot. He played on Opeth's Heritage. I think that's one of the last things he did before he died. Yeah, this is a nice find. A couple more McCoy Tyner records I didn't have. Here's Time for Tyner. It's on Blue Note from, not sure. So let's take a look at the label. It's a Blue Label Blue Note. Great, just a small group. Bobby Hutcherson, Herbert Lewis on bass, and Freddie Watts on drums. I guess it's going to be killer. And then a later one on Milestone that I didn't have, Trident, from 1975. Look at that lineup with Ron Carter and Elvin Jones. Just a trio. Really nice condition. Great. Here's another upgrade for me, a massive, massive upgrade. But I just love this record so much I could not leave this behind. Eddie Henderson's Sunburst. Blue Note from 1975. A Blue Label Blue Note. Just minty, minty, mint. My copy, cover's trashed and the record's VG at best. Yes, so psyched to have this. This is related to Herbie Hancock's Sextant Mwandishi band in a way, because some of those players are on it, but George Duke's playing keyboards. Bobby Hutcherson plays marimbas on this. This is great, great, funky record produced by Skip Drinkwater. Yeah, great record. So psyched to have this upgrade copy. Okay, not too bad considering all these records. One last store. Met up with Zach at Wax Trax, which is just a few blocks up from Twist and Shout. I had a chance to dig around a little bit, but so I was waiting for him. I wanted to get his opinion on some things. So, yeah, so I knew he loved the band Spirit. In fact, it was one of his videos that got me to search out their first 4 studio albums, which are great, great hard psych rock records. So they had this, which was Live Spirit, which kind of has the same look to those first 4 records, but it's on Potato Records. Haven't researched it, but Zach gave it the thumbs up, so I grabbed it, and it was only $6. So yeah, Wax Trax apparently is one of the oldest record stores in Denver, and they got a ton of stuff, and found some real bargains. I didn't necessarily find many bargains at these other stores, but Wax Trax. Here's another one that looked interesting, but I was like, hey Zach, you know what this is? And he's like, oh yeah, you need that. The Mandala Band. I think it's just their first self-titled record. Yeah, still in shrink wrap, and it was only, again, $6. Really great cover, and, you know, side one is one long song called Om Mani Padme Hum. Yeah, that's going to be cool. I've seen others of their records around. I need to check them out some more, I think. Yeah, still in shrink. Ben, yeah, I found a couple things. Immediately thought of you. Here's Japan, Exercising Ghosts. It's a 2 LP comp on Virgin from 1980. What did it say? 84. Beautiful mint. This is, you know, a comp sort of best of, and I might have avoided something like this, but Ben raved so highly about it, and I love this band so much. I thought, you know, it's for like $8. Why not? Yeah. So, yeah, Really excited about that. Comes with the limited edition lyrics sheet. Let's see. Yeah. And not only that, they had another Japan record, Tin Drum. I believe this is a UK pressing. Yep. On Virgin. Yeah. Some staining on the cover, but so what? The vinyl's nice. Another VC fave, Roy Harper. Here's HQ. This is an original on Harvest from 1975. Not familiar with Roy Harper, but folks rave about him. So when I saw this, I thought, well, I gotta grab it. And Zach said, yes, you need to grab that. So I grabbed it. And finally, we're about to leave, and this was just sitting in the bin from across the way. You could see. He said, "Hey, do you know that Rugby's record?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "Oh yeah, you should check it out. Hot Cargo. This is a reissue on a Karma." We talked about reissues, and we're kind of on the same page when it comes to reissues. But he's like, for like $8, whatever they wanted for it, it was totally worth it. Psych. Yeah, man. And that's what I carried home with me on the airplane. Really great trip. Really nice to see family. Really nice to go record digging, of course. Really nice to see Zach. And a really nice trip up to the mountains with my wife. So I'm going to leave it there, and I hope you enjoyed that. Take care, everybody. I'll see you soon.